Hello, everybody. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how to edit church announcement slides very fast using Canva. And if you're new here, hello, my name is Rebekah, and I'm a graphic designer, and I help churches save hours of time on design by giving them Canva templates. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. So here are the announcement slides that I have right now. And so what I'm going to show you is how to change this to your church brand. So for instance, let's say that your church colors are maybe you have orange in them, for example, and then you have a different font. And then obviously you're going to want to change out the photos. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go like that. And so let's start off with the colors. And this is something that I absolutely love about Canva. If you click on the color and then you go to text color right here, and then you go to, let's say it's like this orange. Then here, I'm going to remove my head for a second. Okay, so if you go down here, it's going to say change all. Okay, and then if we go back to, excuse me, if you go back to the grid view, then you see that it changes the orange text. Now you do see that it didn't change everything that's blue. So let's go ahead and go to this one. And I'm going to click on this line, and then I'm going to change the stroke color. I'm going to go to orange, and do change all. Okay, and then I'm going to go back. And across the board here, we have all of the strokes changed to orange. Okay, now I do see a few things right here, and this one that are not changed. So let's go ahead and change those. So I'm going to select that. And I believe the reason why I didn't change to this color is because the entire text box has white and then blue. So I think that's why it kind of like messed up. So let's go ahead and change. Oops. I'm going to select this. And then I'm going to change this to orange right here. Okay. And then there's one more down here. I'm just going to select that. Change it to orange. Okay. So now, here, hold on. Okay. So now it looks like all of the font color is changed from the blue color to the orange color. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys. It looks like there's this background color of kind of like a lighter blue. So let's go ahead and change that. And it looks like it's more of a, I think I put it more of like an accent color. So let's see. It's 100%. Okay, I'm going to choose that color, but then I'm going to just make it a little bit lighter. Like that. And then I'm going to do change all. Okay, so then you can see that it changed that one. Let's go ahead and look at all of them. Yep, and then it just applied that color to all of these, which is really cool because, you know, it just saves you a lot of time instead of going into each individual template and then, you know, like having to click around for longer than necessary. Okay, let's go to the first one again. And this is the font Nord right here. Okay, also, if you guys have questions, you can put it in the chat and I'd love to answer them. So Let's see. Here's Nord. Let's do Anton maybe. Let's see what that looks like. Or maybe this one. I think okay, so let's say that your font is Archivo Black. So, okay, so down here, you have Nord and then Archivo Black, and then you're going to do change all. Okay, so then this changed all of the headings. Okay, now it does look like we have some text overlap. So let's go into this one and then see how we can fix it. Okay, next up's class. So in this case, it looks like the text box just needs to be a little bit longer. So I would just go like that. Let's look at the next one. Yep, I think this one has the same problem. I would just, what I'm doing is I'm grabbing the handles right here, and then I'm just making the text box bigger. So that is how you do that. And then I would just repeat the process for all of these. Okay, also you do notice that I have a couple of slides for the next steps. That's just to give you some variety in designs. If you look at this, let's see if there's a, okay, so if you're looking at it like this, kind of in more like a presentation slide deck, then you can rearrange these. Just like that, you just grab it, you just like click on it, and then you can arrange them like that. You can also delete them. So if you do like right click, then you can delete the page. You can also duplicate. So there's a lot of different options, but I just wanted to make a couple of designs. I have like a lighter theme, and then I have a darker theme. So you can just like mix them up. So whatever you like the best. And yep, I would just go through all of these and then go like that. Okay. And here I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller so that it fits. Awesome. Okay. So that is how you change the font color. Here, okay. So that is how you change the color of the text. You can change the backgrounds. You can change like the accent colors if you want. And then we changed the fonts. So those are really big ones. Now let's get into how to actually edit the photos, because there's a lot of photos in here. And I highly suggest using your own church photos. Okay, so let's go ahead. I had one of my clients, she did have a bit of a problem with this one. And the only thing that you have to do with this is you select the background, and then you just move it like that. So you just move it over, and then you're going to go to uploads. And here is where you upload all of your photos. So I'm going to go to upload files. And then right here, you can, oh wait, you can't see that. Okay, so I think I'm just sharing my window, so that's why it's not showing you what I'm doing right now. But I'm going to select, I'm just in my downloads folder. So then you select all of that, and then you say open. And then they're going to upload to your files right here. Okay, so let's say that I want to use this photo, and I'm gonna go ahead, maybe I'll replace it right here. Okay, so you notice that it did change the color, and I'll show you if you want to, if you want the color, then I can show you how to do that. But right now, I'm gonna show you how to edit the photo like this. So her head's kind of cut off, so I'm gonna double click, And then I'm going to just bring her down like that. And then I'm going to click off. And then I'm going to go ahead and then I'm going to drag it, and then I'm going to drop it in here. Drag and drop. I think I want, I'm going to get a little bit bigger and center on this guy right here. Okay, and then I'm going, oops. And then dragging, dropping that. I think that looks really good. Okay, and then all I would have to do is just like put it back on. So this is just a box right here with the transparency down. That's all it is. And if you want, you can change the color too. So like if you wanted, it's very bright. I don't know, if you just wanted like to change it, then you can. I'm gonna change it back to the dark color, and then now I'm going to show you. Okay, so if you want, you can change the color. Like right now, I just have them all set to black and white because I think that looks really cohesive. But if you would prefer something different, then all you have to do is go to saturation, and then you just turn it up. And then this is what it looks like here. Like that. So I think it still looks good. So that's how you change it. Oops, let me show you one more time. Okay, so I selected the photo. In Canva, you know that something is selected when the purple box is around it. Okay, and then you're gonna go to edit, adjust, and then you're just gonna turn up the saturation right here. Like that. Okay. Okay, let's do another example. Oh, let me show you guys how to edit this QR code. So here in this little side panel, you're going to go to QR code. And then what you're going to do is you're going to delete the URL, and then you're going to grab the URL that you want it to link to. So usually this is like on your website, and maybe it leads to your web page of ways to give. So like your in-service online text message, all of that. That's usually what it's going to link to. So all you have to do is just copy it and paste it right here. So let's say that is, okay, let's just pretend that this is the URL that you want to do. And then you're going to update it, and then it's going to update the QR code right here. So really easy to do. Okay, here's the next example that I want to go over. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to my uploads, and then maybe I can use this photo. So all I'm doing is dragging it and then dropping it like this. I'm not sure if, okay, let me watch and see if you guys could see that. Drag and drop. Yeah, okay. Now, if you want it to be, okay, so obviously this is kind of like bigger. So right now I'm going to use like the little handles, and okay, so you can zoom out either right here and right here, or you can do Control- or Control+. And then if you want to get really specific on something, then you can just like keep zooming in. And then I'm going to zoom out. Okay, so now I'm going to take this handle and then I'm going to drag it in. And I'm going to take this handle right here and then I'm going to drag it up like that. Okay, so that makes it, that shows me a little bit more of the photo. Okay, any questions? Okay, just keep going. So here, let's do this one. Okay, so again, all that I did was drag and drop. And then if you want to edit the photo like that, I also increased the contrast. You can, and the brightness too. And then here's the saturation. So you can have that. I think that looks really good like that. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to zoom out. And then I'm going to check in with the chat one more time. Okay. How do you edit text boxes and make them? How do you edit? Okay. Really good question. So to edit the these, there's a few ways. So what I can do, and I think for this example, I'm just going to show you how to like increase the size. Let me know if that's what you mean. So you can either select everything like this. So what I'm doing is I'm clicking and then I'm hitting shift, and then I'm clicking shift, click like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the handle right here. And then I'm going to just like increase the size. Okay, so the other thing that you can do, let's say that I just want to work on like the headers. So in service, online, and text message. So right here at the top, you have your font size. So you can adjust it like this. So right now it's 41, so let's do like 48. Okay, so I could do it like that. Or you can just type it if you have like something really specific, so like 44, like that. Okay, really good question. Okay, so yes, for the logo, you are able, this is just like a placeholder logo. All you have to do is delete it, and then you can upload your own logo. Oh, and another thing that I wanted to mention about this is that for churches, you can get Canva Pro for free. So you go to, I think it's Canva for nonprofits. I think that's the link, but I'll link it in the description for you guys. But yeah, all you have to do is apply, and some of the people that I talk to, they get accepted pretty fast, maybe like within a few days. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but definitely recommend getting a Canva Pro account for your church. It is, I believe it's very much worth it. Okay, so for the logo, you can upload your either like a PNG or SVG. Okay, let me see. I recommend a SVG because then you're able to change the color. So sometimes if you wanted like a white logo or a black logo, and then like your brand color, then it's going to be a lot easier to work with, in my opinion. So to do that, you just go to uploads right here and then upload files. Then it would bring you to downloads section. And then, oops. And let me just like kind of give you a let's use this for example. So let's say that this is your logo. So this is like a SVG. Okay, I'm pretty sure some PNGs you're able, like if you bring it into Canva, then you're also able to edit the color now. But I think you might be a little bit more, you might be able to be more specific with your coloring, like if it is an SVG. Okay, so all that to say, let us try to change the color. So we have this orange right here. Okay, so that's, I mean, I don't feel like that's a great logo example. Let's do this. Let's do the crown maybe. Okay, so maybe it would be something like that. Oops, I'm gonna click off of it. Okay, so that's another really good question. Okay, any more questions about that? Yes. Okay. Okay, really good question. Somebody asked how to make the spacing. I believe it. Let's see. Sometimes I get kerning and tracking mixed up. I believe kerning is between the space between the letters, and then tracking. Wait, no, tracking is this. Hold on. Leading. That's what I think that's what I'm. Okay. So this is, okay, it's called line spacing in Canva, but I believe the technical term is leading. Okay, it's been a few years since I've been in college, but I'm pretty sure it's called leading. So anyway, this is how you're able to increase or decrease the space between. So for instance, like here, this feels a little bit too far apart. So then all I would have to do is go up here to advanced settings, and then I would just bring them closer together like that. Really good question, and way to keep me on my toes. I believe, so I work in Adobe, like InDesign, Illustrator, Photoshop, and then I also work in Canva. So I work in like the Adobe suite and Canva every day. So in like for Adobe, then I'm really familiar with like all the tools, and I do feel like Canva is so much easier for people that are not designers. I just feel like it's a lot more user-friendly. And with Adobe, it can take maybe like a few months to maybe like a year or so to actually like feel that you have a good grasp on all the tools and just everything that you can do in there. It's very technical. So I think that's why so many people love Canva, is because it's very user-friendly, and you don't have to be a graphic designer to know like, okay, this is how you can just like drag and drop stuff. You can use these templates that like a designer like myself already made for you, and then you just like change the text if you want. So, okay, I think I answered all of your questions. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me on this live stream. I do want to mention that I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to live stream next Sunday, but I'm going to do my best. My family is actually planning on moving, so we have So we're going to have to do like a lot of work on that. And I also have, we have 2 boys under the age of 2. So we have that, and then just a lot of other things going on right now. So I'm not sure. I'll do my best to come on next Sunday. And I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much for your time. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. And yeah, thank you so much.